Oops, I think I went right into it. I actually cut off the fair use bit.
Oh,
Sorry, folks, my fault. All right. Anyway, good evening, everybody. It is Monday night here at Beyond the Airwaves Leveling Up. And since it's Monday, that means it's time for Monday Mayhem. Means we got some stories that have gotten under the radar. Plus, we got at least two sad passings we have to tell you about. But we'll do that. We'll do that during the show. Don't worry about that. But anyway, first of all, bless you. Yeah, that was
really
the
got
first
to
of all.
start wearing shoes.
Yeah, that was the first of all. Bless you. No, I'm kidding. All right. Anyway, I'm your host for tonight. I'm Modblog Stream. I'm currently joined on the line by two of my crazy cohorts. First, to my left, we have our resident joker, Mike. Hello, Mike.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday.
Uh-oh. Why is Sumi saying no sound?
Wait,
My computer was muted. Sorry. Okay.
Oopsie. Again?
Whew, had me worried for a second. Anyway, also below me is our resident sneaky tweety Janet. Hello, Janet.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Sumi.
And Hat Kid.
And whoever else is in the chat with her.
Hat Kid.
Hi, Hat Kid.
Okay, now we actually have a correction we need to make. Last week we thought the Game Awards were going to be on Tuesday. Turns out they're actually going to be on Thursday.
I can see how the mistake can be made. Tuesday and Thursday, when you run them together real fast, sound alike.
Yeah. Oh, there's snowstorm. Except I can't.
Which is what we had up north.
I can't. Oops, Tut forgot to do English. It's okay.
All right.
That's fine. Hey guys, yeah, it's been a while. Snowstorm.
Hey, Snowstorm, are you living up to your? Is your weather living up to your name?
But yeah, basically, what's going to happen is we're going to change things up a little bit. Tomorrow, of course, we still do Tune In Tuesday, but Thursday, Mike will be co-streaming the Game Awards.
Yes.
And I, unfortunately, will not be able to take part because the Office Christmas party is downtown right about the time of the Game Awards. So, I'm out on that one. And I'm looking for...
Does that mean I get a break on Thursday?
Yeah, you can. You can take a break.
Hopefully on Tuesday, I'll be able to do test runs
to
make sure that I can get things set up the way that I want it.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to be able to do this without headphones.
Yeah. Don't blame you there.
Gotta be a fucking way to do it.
I know.
There should be the professional streamers on YouTube do it.
Yeah, look that up.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah,
I do. Oh yeah, it's the same on Twitch too.
Just look it up, see what you find out, and take it from there, right?
Yeah.
After all, sometimes I do, even at my job, I have to look it up. So.
Hey, nobody knows everything.
Exactly, and for
that's
me,
what the internet's for.
Well, that's how I live by. Life is a continuous learning process. You never stop learning. So
I bet you Albert Einstein didn't get the theory of relativity right in a day.
No.
Sorry, I had to use your favorite scientist.
No, it's fine.
Example.
Because it's how it applies to just about any well-known person. So.
I wonder, I hate to say this dude's name because he's almost as bad as the other one. How do you think Elon Musk got his millions? Or billions, I should say.
Good point.
Yeah.
You know, he worked hard for it.
Right. You see, the thing is, people say, oh, we don't like billionaires. But there are some billionaires who've actually worked for it.
I
will take a billionaire who earned his keep, you know?
Rather than one who had everything handed to them in a silver platter.
Right. I'd rather, if you know, let's say I win the Powerball jackpot or something. What I would actually end up doing is, yes, I'd pay more taxes on it, but I'd take the yearly thing because it'd keep me under control. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Uh, John, prime example is Johnny Depp.
Mm-hmm.
He earned all that money doing the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. All the millions and millions and millions and millions
Mm-hmm.
he made off of those movies.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't save any of his money. He spent money right and left till he went broke.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. And I see Sajo in the chat. Hey, Sajo. Sup? I get the Joker joke. Let's see. Oh, Snowstorm said, actually, it is quite snowy here.
But Tish.
Oh, hey, is he in Japan also?
Hey, I'm assuming so. Yes.
Mm-hmm. I'm too used to typing Joker.
Hey,
Dang.
snowstorm. We had something very unusual for Arizona. I'm in the state of Arizona.
And they had something really weird that you don't get very often in Arizona.
Fog. Hold on, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. There you go. You got it. All right. Anyway, before we really get started, there are not one, but at least two. Blue anal meets Uranus. Oh boy.
Oh,
you can call me Snowy. All right. All right. But anyway, got a couple sad pieces of news we got to tell you about. First of all, I think this was yesterday. For those of you who grew up watching Sesame Street and remember Bob, his full name is Bob McGrath. He unfortunately died yesterday at the age of 90. But he had been a part of Sesame Street from the very beginning. Let's see. Tell Janet that when she gets back. Okay, don't worry, we're glad to. And here she comes.
Sorry about that. Dad was looking for batteries for for the remote to the bed.
Yeah, but anyway, Snowstorm said you can call him Snowy.
Her. Okay,
her.
Snowy.
Oh, sorry. I didn't. Sorry.
Okay, Snowy.
I stand corrected. Thank you.
Fog was very unusual. I live in a desert area. Snowy, and I woke up this morning and happened to look out my window, and I go, "Am I in Goodyear, Arizona, or am I in London?"
Yeah, Snowy,
that's how bad it was.
Yeah, Snowy, I apologize. You see, I couldn't remember. That's my fault. My brain is fried.
But anyway, Snowy, it was so bad. I don't know if you have this happen to you on occasion, but they had a complete weather stoppage at the airport.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, anyway, while you were away, I was talking about Bob from Sesame Street. He passed away at the age of 90.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Kirstie Alley was 72.
71, actually. But yes,
71. She had
a... Uh-oh. Janet, you muted.
Did I? No, I turned my camera off. I did not mute.
Okay, well, you suddenly cut off for just a second. That's why. All right, yeah. But anyway, that was the other thing. Kirstie Alley got word today that she passed away at 71 after a short battle with cancer.
It was probably stage 4 when they discovered it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is Goldie in the chat?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, rest in peace to Bob and Kirstie. Because I grew up
AKA Savick.
Yep. I grew up with Bob, watching Sesame Street all the time, so.
I remember Savick.
Oh, yeah.
Savick talking to Kirk. It says, after Kirk cheated at the Kobayashi Maru.
Hey, Goody.
Hey, Goaty.
She looked.
Goaty said, "If she's a dude, then call me Goat Woman." Well, I'm.
Hi, Cody. How's it going?
You see, like I said, my brain's fried.
That was mine.
But let me, yeah, but I mean, it was sad to hear about Bob McGrath and Kirstie Alley because like I said, I grew up with Bob. I really did. So
You did not grow up with Bob. I did.
I'm talking about Bob McGrath, not your boyfriend.
Former. You know I was just teasing.
I know, but sorry, buddy.
You know, he's the one that helped Big Bird cope with his grief.
Yeah, when Mr. Hooper died.
Uh-huh.
But it's the
you know, we're slowly losing memories.
Yeah, we are. And after all, just last week we lost Christine McVie from Fleetwood Mac, so it's like this has been a rough, I'd say, month and a half already. Because think about it, we lost we lost Kevin Conroy, we lost Jason David Frank, we lost Christy McVie, we've lost Kirstie Alley, we've lost Bob McGrath. It's like we're losing a lot of legends. So I mean that's just sad. But anyway, let's get out of the sad news bit because I think your childhood.
Yeah.
I like what Hackett just said. Your childhood dies just before everything else. I think you're right. That sounds about right.
Yeah, but why do our memories have to be collateral damage because of everything else?
Who knows?
Good point.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
All right. Now most of us here don't do sports. I do since I'm a college football fanatic, especially on Saturdays. But unfortunately, Alabama Crimson Tide will not be competing for the national title this year. They are not in the top 4. I believe the top 4 are Michigan. No, Georgia's number 1. I think Ohio State is 2, Michigan 3, and TCU, Texas Christian University, number 4. The Horned Frogs.
I saw the tag end of the Georgia LSU game. That was terrible for LSU.
Yeah.
But Uga was happy.
Yeah. Uga the Bulldog.
In case you're wondering, those over in Japan, Uga is a English bulldog and the mascot of the
Georgia Bulldogs sports program.
Yeah. Ugly as sin, but a good mascot.
Yep. Oh, Sumi says, here's a small talent I bet you didn't know I had. I can communicate through sign language. It is Japanese sign language, so it's a bit different, but still. Hey, that's still good, though.
Oh, no. That's very nice, Sumi.
Yeah, because you're right. Different languages around the world, sign language is going to be different. You're right.
Yeah, and you want to know something? Whoever says signing isn't a language has never been around hearing impaired.
Yeah. I mean, I took a whole course on it, so.
Yeah, I know how to say, here, let me turn this on.
Yeah.
This is I love you.
And this is thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That's something else.
Yeah, and this means hard of hearing. That I remember.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, a lot of people, are very disrespectful of hearing impaired.
A lot of people are disrespectful of people with disabilities, period.
Yeah. Reminds me too much of the one video I watched on Facebook this morning, this Mexican mother. She was very protective of her son. And the woman he wanted to marry was hearing impaired. Mom didn't like her at all, called her a disabled. But their son didn't let that stand in the way.
Good. Let's see. The reason actually because I was almost completely deaf when I was really, really young. which then went me to getting hearing aids to now where my hearing still isn't perfect but being fine. That's good.
Oh, that's good that you had that.
Yeah, pardon me. 9:15.
Okay.
Oops, that's not what I was trying to do. Okay, bear with me, growl.
Wow.
Let's see. One thing that's making national news. The power outage in Moore County, North Carolina.
Was a deliberate act.
Yep, it was a deliberate act, and it was all over the fact there was a drag show. That's it.
It was a drag show.
Right.
Yep, it was a drag show. They didn't like it. A couple people decided to cut the power out to more than 40,000 people in Moore County.
You moron.
All because of a drag show? All because of a RuPaul show?
Yeah, it was.
I know RuPaul wasn't there, but RuPaul, I remember.
RuPaul style show, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was RuPaul style show. And basically, Catholics were saying, we're not going to have this. They were protesting. And apparently, 2 different substations were damaged by
Yeah,
gunfire.
they showed it's called in the FBI, the ATF, local authorities, and it shows one of the ATF guys bending over a bullet hole in the side of one of the transformers.
Right.
If that bullet would have hit just right, it would have caused a major fucking explosion.
True.
Those clowns didn't like the drag show. They didn't think about collateral damage.
Yeah.
The collateral damage that was the...
And the sheriff in his press conference, he is pissed.
I can't say as I blame the sheriff for being pissed.
Yeah.
Can't either.
Because...
I hope that the FBI, the ATF, and the local authorities can catch those sons of bitches. Yeah, and then take them and hang them up by their balls.
That might be cruel and unusual punishment. Maybe not to us, but you know what I mean, right?
Well, you want to know something? It was cruel and unusual punishment to knock the power out to these people. No water, no power, freezing ass cold outside.
Yeah, because it was 29 degrees.
Bingo, and that's not counting the wind chill factor.
I don't know if it was windy or anything, but it was cold.
Yes. Now did you see why I said what I said?
Yeah. But honestly, you knock power, someone, or who knows how many people might have been involved in this, they knock out power to 40,000 people over the fact they didn't want a drag show.
Hey, remember the drag queen that was on our cruise?
Yeah.
He was cool. Made a good, decent looking woman, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I don't know what the problem is. It's a way to make a living.
Exactly. I mean, my rule of thumb is I may not always agree with the lifestyle, but I'm going to respect how they are because as long as they don't force their way on me,
Bingo, exactamundo.
I'm all good.
That's the way I feel. Unfortunately, there's a lot of assholes out there who do not feel the same. I like listening to the Reddit stories that this one guy does on Facebook. He's done them on Reddit, so he just retells the story. This one guy, his folks were Catholic. He was not, but he respected. What caused that flickering light?
I don't know.
But anyway, he developed a crush on love on this guy that really broke up the family. But, I think that as long as it's what makes them happy. I will give you an example. There was a transgender person working at Walmart for a while. Come to think of it, that's how I got my Pikachu thing. But he was transgendering from male to female. And I did not realize this. And if I offended people, I'm sorry. But I was referring to her as her past gender, which was male, instead of her preference, which was female. You know how her, she, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, we gotcha.
But once I got politely corrected by our boss, by our head honcho, Frodo. He's the one that politely corrected me, and I go, oh, okay. But I respect them.
Yeah.
If you watch TLC, there is a show called I Am Jazz, and that had to do with it. But enough.
Sorry, I'm going between warm and cool, so you have to bear with me on this. Growl.
But oh damn it. I started to say something and it went by me.
It happens.
Yeah, we're going to have another bout of weather come in. Not as bad as it was before over the weekend, but I knew we were going to get fog. You know how I knew?
How?
It rained all day and all night.
Yeah, that's about right.
And the humidity and the dew point ended up being the same.
Okay. I posted this story yesterday. Dog apprehended for reckless driving in Walmart parking lot.
What? How did I miss that?
Well, I'll tell you. Hold on. Now, let's see. The vehicle ended up running into two other cars in the parking lot. Thankfully, no one was injured, including the dog. This is out of Kilgore, Texas. So, police in Texas were shocked to find a dog behind the wheel of a car that crashed in a Walmart parking lot this past Thursday. According to the Kilgore Police Department, the dog was left in the unoccupied vehicle while his owners were shopping inside the store. He apparently got a little antsy and bounced around the cab, setting this truck in motion, police said.
I knew it. The dog accidentally kicked the car out of gear.
Yep. Aiding to the problem, the vehicle's steering column had prior damage, which allowed the dog to put the car into drive. The dog was also wearing a leash, which police believe got caught on the emergency brake and released it. It doesn't sound feasible, but an eyewitness saw the pooch behind the wheel just before the crash, police said. The vehicle ended up running into two other cars in the parking lot. Thankfully, no one was injured, including the dog.
I hope the dog's owner just didn't get in trouble.
I hope not either.
Well, you want to know something? Our local Walmart allows us to bring dogs in. As long as they're leashed. Because I've seen a lot of people bring their dogs in.
Oh, yeah. I think we've had a couple dogs at my workplace leashed, so it's all good.
Yeah. Well, that is a good thing.
Yeah.
I know how a lot of people feel about their animals.
Yeah. It's like when I saw that, I put, who needs baby driver when there's doggy driver?
Yeah. Oh, you know what was sad? My friend, his name's Stuart, Stuart Bent. He lives in Hinckley, near Hinckley. And he posted Thursday. Now he had a pet parakeet named Birdie. And Birdie was just getting used to my voice. He was fine on Thursday and he passed away yesterday. And Stuart thinks the poor bird had a stroke, some sort of a stroke. But I hope he could get a new bird from one of his breeder friend.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
He was heartsick over that.
Oh, I don't blame you. It's like how
when I talked to him this morning, he was still crying over the loss. Oh, I can't say that I blame him.
Yeah. Head Kid said, imagine being a security cop and seeing a goddamn dog drive a vehicle. That dog has his dreams.
A dog has his what?
Dreams. It's like this dog's dreaming, I'm gonna drive. I'm gonna drive. I'm really gonna drive.
Yeah, you drove okay, Doug, right into the fucking tree.
No, he didn't drive into the tree. He just drove into two other cars. I'll wait for Mike to come back for this next story. But let's put it this way. There's a contest. There's this contest that happened at the SEC championship game. Okay, now one person won over the other, but a lot of people weren't happy with what had happened. I'll read more details after Mike gets back. But let's just say both competitors end up getting the $100,000 each.
Oh, somebody had to put out the extra 100,000, didn't they?
Yeah, especially for some kind of a weird fluke in the competition. This was at halftime, so it's like it wasn't affecting any team or anything. So
If I won any type of money, I would give it to charity.
I probably would too. I'd keep, depending how much I would get, I'd probably keep like 30% for myself and donate the other 70 to something. Like one thing I would love to do, if I were to get that much money, one of the first things I'd do, rebuild my old high school. The building is old.
About 50 or 60 years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn, that's the wrong shade of brown.
Yeah, I guarantee none of you knew that Ruby and I met through sign language. Oh, that's cool. Cool.
This is a dark brown. But, you know.
Hey, Janet, is it dark brown or is it dork brown? Sorry.
Shirley?
Yes.
Sorry, you guys, the members of the audience. That's just a little bit of us being goofballs.
Yeah. Yeah, we be nutty.
To quote Captain Kirk in The Search for Spock, no, The Voyage Home, he's fruitier than a nutcake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
yeah, I'm gonna tell you something weird. It is December the 5th, and it was
right.
it was 74 degrees today. It's like, God damn it! I want my cold.
Echo, what was the high temperature today in Goodyear?
Today, expect a high of 70 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, that's tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow.
Where Mike go? There he is. Now you can finish telling your story.
Okay. All right. Back to this story about the SEC halftime contest booed. Okay. So, this was in Atlanta during the SEC championship game. Two college students and each wound up winning $100,000 in tuition Saturday, shortly after boos filled Mercedes-Benz Stadium because of a confusing ending in a halftime contest during the SEC championship game. Fans of the LSU-Georgia game jeered, Jeered, when one of the competitors appeared to capture the Dr. Pepper ball toss competition in overtime on a technicality. The two women were tossing footballs with precision into the sponsored Dr. Pepper buckets, both opting for the more accurate chest pass over the traditional football throw. It was clear they had practiced a lot. And why not, with so much at stake? Baylor student Reagan Whitaker and St. Augustine student Kayla Gibson exchanged leads multiple times in regulation. In overtime, they tied again, but Whitaker of Allen, Texas, was declared the winner. The winner was set to receive $100,000. The runner-up would get $20,000. The fans who skipped the halftime hot dog run to watch were baffled by the conclusion, and they sounded their displeasure. Those viewing at home heard the CBS broadcaster say something about Whitaker winning an earlier tiebreaker. Dr. Pepper said in a statement that Whitaker had scored the most points in the preliminary round. It all worked out in the end, though. It was announced on the broadcast in the fourth quarter of the game that Dr. Pepper would gift both Whitaker and Gibson from Fontana, California, with $100,000 in tuition. So they both got it. Top-ranked Georgia beat number 11 LSU 50-30. Boy, that's a high
That
score.
was a terrible for LSU.
Yeah, that's also a very high-scoring game.
Well, Jack and my mom started to watch that game. She says, well, game's over.
Yep. Sounds about right to me. Yes, me.
Don't get me started.
Sorry. Okay, now this is something interesting. Now they finally put this out. My job place, Goodwood Mills Gatewood. There is a new 1950s Korean War epic called Devotion playing in theaters. Now, some of the scenes were filmed at the Statesboro Bullock County Airport, which is one of the company's clients. So here's what happened. The airport was approached by the film's producers in 2020 about serving as a set for a major motion picture. This included fully utilizing more than 100 acres of the airfield, including the crossroom runway 624 for construction of a 4-story aircraft carrier set with live vintage aircraft operations. The aviation team assisted the airport in the special event planning with Georgia Department of Transportation and the FAA, including the movie set construction safety and facing plan and drawing set, as well as developing the airport safety special event plan. Considerations included defining areas impacted, establishing prior permission required operations during filming, protection of airfield services, nav aids like navigational aids, security, vehicle access, artificial lighting, temporary structure height allowances, notice to air missions, NOTAMs, and more. So that's interesting. They were able to make it for the airport into a set.
So it's not in Alabama. It's in Georgia.
No. Yeah, it's in Georgia, which is fine. That's okay.
Of course, they have that big old movie studio down near Atlanta.
Yeah, where the old Shannon Mall used to be. So.
Yeah. It's kind of cool when you watch movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you're able to spot familiar landmarks.
Mm-hmm.
You remember a movie called Used Cars with Kurt Russell?
Barely.
Used Cars. You know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
Anyway, that was filmed in Mesa. Not the best movie in the world, but it was still filmed in Mesa.
Yeah, well, hey, I think it's always nice. Like remember, Janet, we were at Hoover Dam, and what did we find? We found a Transformers stand-up cutout.
Yeah, because they filmed part of that movie at Hoover Dam.
Right.
Yeah, it's too bad they couldn't have used the Eiffel Tower in Las Vegas for a view to a kill. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay. But remember the scene with Grace Jones and Bond on the Eiffel Tower?
Yeah.
That was kind of cool. You know, Grace Jones had a buff body for a woman.
Yeah, she did.
She probably had to work to keep that body like that too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I will never forget me meeting who played Hercules?
Kevin Sorbo?
Yeah, I remember meeting Kevin Sorbo, and I have to look up. I'm like, hi, because he was a good solid 8 to 12 inches taller than me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 5'5", and he was what, about 6'5"?
I believe so.
Yeah. How many people out there have very fertile imaginations and are geeks, period?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to mention the teal talcum powder.
Talcum powder. Oh yeah.
Shirley and I were sitting in her bedroom. I had gone to visit her, and we were getting ready for Dragon Con,
Mm-hmm.
and we were bored beyond belief. So
Mm-hmm.
I think I was the one that came up with talcum powder.
Yes, you were.
I was the one that came up with the idea, and she's the one that designed the labels.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got 2 big bottles of talcum powder at Dollar Tree. We put the labels on and labels on. Do you remember what that back label said?
Uh, shoot. I'd have to
Something
find that
about
thing.
moisturizing skin.
Yeah, moisturizing skin with a special
Yeah,
ingredient that keeps them alive.
yeah. But anyway, we kept 1 bottle, which I hope you still have,
Mm-hmm.
for memory's sakes.
Yeah.
But we presented the second bottle to the actor that played Teal'c. Never did find out whether or not he liked the humor in it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember?
Uh, I forgot. I'd have to find that bottle again. I don't know where
Yeah.
I put it.
But no, when we gave the bottle of the prop bottle we made
Yeah.
to the who played Teal'c? I can't remember.
Christopher Judge.
Yeah, we presented the bottle, rather you did,
Mm-hmm.
to Christopher Judge,
Yep.
and he probably got a chuckle out of it.
Yeah. Okay,
But
I just found something funny. Let me see what I can do here. All right. I just put this link into the chat because this is too hilarious. You got
I'm listening.
All right. And what I'll do is I'll put the same thing in our Zoom chat for us. So give me a second. Oops. What the? There we go. Okay. Mike and Jana, check out the Zoom chat.
Okay.
Well,
Well, I can also get it on YouTube chat too.
Okay. All right. But this is too hilarious. Got to see this picture.
Oh, I've seen this.
Yeah,
hold
in
on.
fact, let me see if I can do.
Oh.
Let's see. Let me see. Let me just get this thing up real quick. Come on. There we go. Got it.
What? Okay,
It's
Mr.
elf.
State.
It's elf on a shelf, basically grating the Safe Puff Marshmallow Man.
Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Somebody had too much time on their hands on that one.
Maybe so, but that looks pretty fun.
Yeah.
But I wonder what this picture is over here. Oh, great! He's doing this. He's doing it to Olaf.
What picture?
There's a link. If you link, there's a link to another photo. It looks like the elf on the shelf is doing the same thing to Olaf from Frozen.
Oh.
That is too funny. Oh, it's National Fritters Day. Okay.
Okie dokie, okie.
These look like Dragon Con photos, but they aren't.
Nope. Let's see. What's this? Happy National Saturday
Oh, no.
Day?
If you keep going forward, the elf on the shelf got busted by the Ghostbusters and got the lights trapping him. All right, I'm going back to you, Shirley.
Okay. Yeah, just wanted to show that. Let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot there were a bunch of trailers that came out this weekend too. Like, let's see, what was it? Guardians of the Galaxy.
The fifth Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah, Dial of Destiny. That one was out.
That one looks like it's going to be good, but poor Harrison Ford's body was probably battered beyond belief.
Yep. Oh, Goatman said, "Oh heck, I just realized I didn't tell you about my trip. Well, I was last week years old when I learned Japan has an arcade like every damn street corner. That's true. They've got more arcades than allowed by law."
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, what was Akihabara like, Goaty?
Yeah, because that's one thing we'd all like to know.
Yeah, we have a late friend of ours that mentioned he would love to go to Akihabara.
Mm-hmm.
But I hear that's a geek's paradise, Akihabara.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I wish we could do?
What?
If it wasn't such a 7 or 8 hour difference in time? Have a multinational Zoom chat where we all show up on camera.
Yeah, yeah, but unfortunately, you're right. The biggest problem is you've got our British squad is from my
7 hours ahead.
Yeah, 6 hours for us, Mike and me, 7 for you. But then Japan is 14 hours ahead of Mike and me, and 15 ahead of you.
Yeah. So let's see.
Right now it's 11:41 a.m. in Japan.
Yeah.
So. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Oh wow.
Fine.
We'll forgive you.
Yeah. I'll tell you this. I've been finding like different things to sleep with. I've slept to either the train on slow TV or the sound of the humming plane, courtesy of Skylight Productions on YouTube. Which, by the way, I love that one because you get like full flights. They even had a flight from I think New York to Frankfurt.
They also had one from LA to Tokyo, LA to Japan too.
Yeah. No, I think it was Honolulu to Japan. Yeah, it was Honolulu to Japan.
Yeah.
But they got one for like Orlando to Honolulu. It's like, And then another thing I do, thank you Pluto TV for this one. The crackling fireplace. That has actually kept me sleeping. So, that's a good thing. It's like I can go to that, and so forth.
Are you cold?
I'm partly cold, partly cold, partly comfy. I'm also partly metal, partly real. Don't kidding.
Silverhawks.
Yep, exactly. And no, I'm not a Silverhawk.
Tallyhawk.
And there's Greg. Hey, Greg.
Oh yeah, I need to send him something too. Hold on.
Yeah, we're just killing time.
Yep.
Right now.
Mm-hmm.
That was the title of a Captain Scarlet episode, wasn't it?
I believe it was, yes.
Kill time. You know what the Mr. meant when they said they were going to kill time?
They were going to kill General Tiempo.
And tiempo is time in Spanish.
Exactly. Is it cold? Review or Sneaky Tweety and Oddball? Not really. It's just my body's been acting goofy lately. So.
Well, right now, who was doing the asking?
Craig.
It is 61 degrees here right now, but you would have loved trying to drive down Interstate 10 at 6 o'clock this morning. We had a nice thick layer of fog that didn't burn off till almost 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been having up and down chilly weather.
Yep.
It rained all weekend long. The neighbor behind us was going to try to put up his lights at the weekend. Couldn't do it because it rained all weekend.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I managed to get my outdoor decorations up yesterday. Just have to wait for the indoor stuff to
Dry out?
yeah, no, the indoor stuff. Time to get the indoors done. That's what I mean.
Yeah. Because of my dad's condition, he just had double bypass surgery. He
Yeah,
decided not to decorate this year because he was in no shape to decorate
no,
this year.
that's perfectly fine. That is a reasonable explanation. That's a good enough reason.
But my mom says we're gonna decorate like crazy next year.
That's a good thing. Well,
I will admit, I was a little bit disappointed that we didn't decorate this year, but I can understand why.
yeah, exactly. I would too, and so would I, because you know, yeah.
Like I said, go ahead.
I also, I would have understood too if I were at your house and there were no decorations. Like, okay, I know Jack's had surgery. Don't worry about it. It's cool. Or what you can do is this: when you have a situation like this, go by like maybe no more than maybe a 2, maybe 3 foot tree.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to do that, but my mom told me no.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I might do it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, just even if it's just that one little thing, that's good enough. It's like in my office space. I've got. Oh, by the way, I said goodbye to that little bit of cheesecloth I had for my tree skirt, and actually,
Where'd you find the tree skirt? Where'd you find
Target.
it?
I found a nice one at Target. It was originally $10. Got it for $7, so that's not bad at all. And it's
If you need more decorations,
mm-hmm.
you know, picking up Halloween decorations.
You mean
is
Christmas
just like picking up Halloween Christmas decorations after Christmas. Mm-hmm. It's just like picking up Halloween candy after Halloween.
Yeah,
that's what I meant to say. Damn it.
Well, the thing is, I actually asked my boss Mario, and he said I cannot put anything in the print room. But I'm glad I did ask, because I was about to buy like $25-$30 worth of decorations to put all over the place. But he said no. It was like, okay, that's all I need to know. Thank you. I didn't get upset.
No, because they've had those rules in the office before you even joined.
Right. That's why I'm glad I asked before I made all those before I bought anything. So I didn't. But he said the tree was just fine.
What about your baby Groot?
Baby Groot's on top. Wonder Woman's protecting him at the bottom of the tree. Now, I do have a Captain America snowman, but if I put that there, that would put it imbalanced between Marvel and DC.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I believe in balance. I would have loved to have gotten the Batman is Scrooge, but it's like, do I really need it? Nah.
Batman is Scrooge?
Yes, Batman dressed up as Scrooge.
Well, you know what? If it's still around after Christmas, where'd you find it, number one?
I found it on Amazon. I really
How much was it? Just out of curiosity.
I think it was like $16.99. I was like, nah, I don't need it that bad.
Is that all? $16.99?
Janet, the normal price for a Funko is about $11.99. So,
look, I forgot you have about 75 or 80 of the little suckers.
I've got the entire Queen band. I got all the.
I got Guy Fieri. Does that count?
Yes, it does. Because I got Guy Fieri as well.
You got Guy Fieri for me.
Mm-hmm. Guy Fieri. I always like that name, Guy Fieri.
Oh, there was a guy. Where did I see? Oh, it was at Walmart. I was talking to my friend Scott, and this guy. Oh, it wasn't McDonald's. It wasn't Mickey D's. I go, you've got the Guy Fieri haircut. And he says, no, Guy Fieri got my haircut. Just teasing back and forth.
Hey.
If I didn't know any better, I'd swear it was his brother.
Who knows?
I don't watch Triple D like I used to.
Yeah, of course, there's that thing where was it HBO Max and Disney Plus are supposed to merge pretty soon, and they've already talked about the possible name of the entire streaming service, Max. That's it, Max.
I wonder how much Max is going to cost, though.
That's gonna be the question.
Until I get my.
Yeah, that shall be the question.
Yeah, what did I start to say? I know, excuse me, let me look for something here. Um, um, if they're reasonable, like $8.99 or $9.99 a month, $8.99 a month, I probably think about getting it.
Okay.
Hey, whatever works for them.
Yeah.
Whatever works for them.
Right.
It just depends.
Exactly. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to do that.
Well, you're tired. We'll forgive you, right, Mike?
Yep. I think we're all tired here.
Yeah. Because let's face it, we got this week and next week, and then that'll wrap up the year for the regular show. But we'll probably do like game streams and so forth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll do some game streams and who knows what else.
Right.
Who knows what else? And he's not saying a word. He doesn't want to spoil the plan.
No.
All true.
I am anxious to see who is the new old showrunner for Doctor Who now.
Stephen Moffat. No. Yeah, Stephen Moffat.
Russell T. Davies.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry. Wrong person.
He is back.
That's right. Russell T. Davies started it when Christopher Eccleston came in, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then it moved over to Matthew Moffat for
Stephen
11.
Moffat, yeah.
I hope that Russell T. Davies goes back to the original spirit of Doctor Who.
I have a feeling he will.
Instead of getting all political.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for the.
That's why I could not get into Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah. It wasn't her fault. It was just the way
I know it wasn't her fault, but I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah, because it was just the way it was written.
Yeah. Chibnall, you really ought to study your subject matter a little more. Okay, get ready.
Okay, well, you have to remember there were cases, Doctor Who, even back in the 60s, was political too. But not
not as bad as Chibnall was.
Right, not overtly political, but you could tell.
You could tell when they were trying to make a point.
Right.
Yeah.
It's one thing to make a point. It's another thing when you're basically trying to shove it down everybody's throat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one thing to make a point, another completely to shove things down a person's throat.
Mm-hmm.
Although I did watch a little bit of Rosa.
Yeah. Yeah, the only
that turned out to be pretty good.
Yeah, the only regret is, I know they could not do it. They had to film it in South Africa. They couldn't film it in Montgomery because there really wasn't a good spot in Montgomery to put things back in time anyway. So, that's okay. That's kind of
about the only place I could think of. How new looking is the bridge? Where they have the walk from Selma to Montgomery.
Oh, the Independence Bridge. I think it's still as it is. Let's see. I think it gets old though, since the political stuff is often then repeated in shows. I guess it's fine since it's the artistic interpretation, but I just want to be entertained. That's a good point. That is a solid point because the whole idea of TV, like Doctor Who and the Arrowverse, is to try to get away from reality a little bit. But when it starts getting too much into the reality, that's when I get turned off a little bit.
Be right back again.
Okay. Hurry back.
I don't watch fiction to be in non-fiction. Yeah, I agree with that.
Who was that talking?
Craig. I agree with that, Craig, because the whole idea of, things like the Arrowverse is to get away from reality for a short while.
Just like prime example was with the 2004 Thunderbirds movie.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people didn't like it. The purists didn't like it, but I liked it because it was just an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes to stay out of the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right. And to be honest, I didn't think the movie was too bad, but I really wish they had gotten a little bit better on the source material. Although I do give Bill Paxton a lot of credit. He did a pretty good job as Jeff.
Yeah. Who was it that played Brains? I cannot. That movie's so long ago, I can't remember. Anthony Daniels from ER.
Yeah. But no offense, but he over stuttered quite a bit.
Yeah.
The only politics I like in shows is if it's set up like how they did with the factions in a Game of Thrones. That's true. Game of Thrones had its factions. That makes a lot of sense.
Well, considering it was a period piece, Game of Thrones was a period piece, and they had the various factions and the like.
Yeah.
So that's understandable to have
because
the
in this case,
politics of the time.
In this case, none of that. It's a crucial part of the plot.
Right.
He said it was story relevant. Bingo! It was part of the plot. That was crucial. Because like one year Cersei got it, another year Daenerys got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that was
Daenerys,
politics.
Daenerys.
But take into consideration it was the politics of the time.
Mm-hmm. We have to remember this is a fantasy world, but it's kind of it would be kind of based on how it was back in those days. So. So it makes a lot of sense. And like Craig said, it was story relevant. That's true. It was that in this case, politics was very crucial to the story itself. Which is fine.
That was true back in the day as well.
It's like I'm not into the romance on movies. You know what I mean? It's like I do not like to say this because a lot of people will probably get mad at me. I am not a fan of the movie Titanic.
You're more interested in the mechanics of the boat.
Mm-hmm. I'm more interested in the ship, not the romantic mush.
I'm not into romance movies or novels either.
Mm-hmm. If the romance is boring and cliched, even if it's got nothing to do with the story, don't bother with it. Now, there's some cases in a movie where romance actually is crucial. So, my rule of thumb is if there's something that's not moving the story along, you don't need it.
Sweep it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, it's like if the romance is part of the plot, that's one thing. But if it's just romance to add romance, it's like screw it, get out of here. All right, well, time's almost up, so I'm gonna repeat.
Hey, time sure flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, it does. But anyway, here's what we're gonna do. Tomorrow, of course, is Tune In Tuesday. Wednesday, it's my turn, and I'm gonna be doing Duel Links at a little later time than usual. It's gonna be 8 to 10 Wednesday night. So I'll be doing that. And then Thursday, of course, it's Mike's Day with the Game Awards. So, looking forward to that. Although I may have to catch the replay. And then, of course, for the rest of this year, our usual Thursday and Friday, we'll be doing all trivia. So, Friday will be trivia night once again. And I'll tell you something. There's a video on Watch Mojo that has like 100 useless film facts. And I'm thinking, trivia gold mine. And there's going to be a quiz. No, I'm messing with you. No, I'm not going to do that. But anyway, I think that's what we're going to do. Rest of this year, we're just going to be doing, we'll be doing trivia on Thursday and Friday. Of course, this Thursday, no, we're not. Not with the Game Awards. So, alright, so what I'm going to do is I am going to play the ending, so hang on for 10 seconds. Alright, so with that in mind, I'm going to say love, peace, and chicken grease. Everybody have a great night. Sleep well, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow for Tune In Tuesday. Night, everybody.